this moment for decades, but playoff football has come to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Check. 20.
Check. Here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 53 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. To throw on 2nd and 6, Foles. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Great. Hey, 2, 44. Let's go. Both on the mic.
Here's Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Sheldon Richardson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Foles. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Recon, 152 fighter. What we got? To go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1.
180. Go. Go. King.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Check. Lucky.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Point it right.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got him in, complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the run, this is Hilliard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fournette. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Hey, orbit.
Back to throw. Big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield, that's taken in by Callaway. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 24, Foles toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. 3rd down, it's Armstead. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. They gonna need some therapy.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They go with Chubb on second down. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check 4. You gonna take it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they will take the lead at 13-10. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mayfield looks to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hilliard. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
A toss play to Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Mayfield finding Beckham. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Miles Jack with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
At the 6-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
Watch the curve.
Here we go.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. I got him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Third down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Fournette. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Logan Cook now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Red alert.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
20.
They'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
42 the mic.
Go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game.